Are y'all ready for another long, awkward, rambling book review? I don't know why I had that weird pause. Um, so I just finished the audiobook of Wish by Morgan Rice. It's short. The audiobook itself is less than 5 hours. I think it says, 167 pages if you read it. Looks like it came out of February this year. It's the first in a series. I don't know how many books are in it, but so let me read to you what it's about in case you haven't heard of it. It says, in a long-anticipated new vampire series by Morgan Rice, 17-year-old Taylor Knight, exiled from her trailer park in Texas to a juvenile detention camp in the rainy Northwest, tries to understand her mysterious power while surviving on an island of misfits. When she finds herself having a crush on a mysterious boy, Taylor realizes he is not what he seems and that her own destiny may be far greater than she imagined. For me, it made it sound like it was going to be a lot more than what it was. Maybe that's what the series is about. I guess I could tell you what I'm rating it. I rated it 3 stars. Have you ever really wanted to enjoy something? Like, have you really wanted to like a book, yet you just didn't? I mean, I don't dislike it, but it could have been so much. It's like it had potential, but there was something that was just keeping me from really getting into it. And I think part of it might have been the narration. And yeah, I love audiobooks. I mean, I really enjoy them. I love the emotions the narrators usually bring into it. I love being able to do stuff while I'm listening to it. But I love getting drawn into a story, not just with my imagination, because when I read, it's like there's a movie going on in my head. But, with audiobooks, I get drawn in from their emotions and how they narrate it, how they voice the different characters. And it makes you feel like, I don't know, kind of makes you feel like it's really happening, even though it's not, if that makes sense. But this, I feel like the narration was really throwing me out of the story. And I kind of want to just reread it. It's going to be a quick read. So I'm thinking about rereading it because as it stands, I don't even want to finish the series. I don't even want to read the second book to see what's happening. So the girl basically gets shoved on a bus and sent to this camp, which ends up not exactly being a camp, but like a school. I don't think that's really spoiling anything. And everybody's kind of weird. And she makes a friend or two, and try not to give like spoilers. Weird things are happening. Stuff just doesn't quite make sense. It's the camp's on like islands, and people are divided amongst these islands based on like their strengths or whatever. There's like a test when they first get there. And I don't know, it's just, I guess maybe this was more a world building book. So, you kind of know what's going to happen in the next ones, like understand better. But it just seemed kind of confusing. Like the basic premise isn't confusing. There's special powers, or they're not human, or something. I'm not going to tell you exactly what. It's just it's not just normal teenagers or whatever at a camp. There's something special. So it's not hard to figure that part. I feel like they drew it out so much, and the main character, she's not dumb, yet it takes her so long to figure out what's going on, even though stuff's basically thrown in her face constantly. It got frustrating, and like I said, it wasn't even a whole 5-hour book. It's only 167 pages. It shouldn't have took her that long to figure out anything. I don't know. It's just, I like this author. I've read other books by this author. Not like my favorite books of all time or anything, but still, I've enjoyed them more than this one, and I'm not sure what it is. Oh, back to the narration though. The person narrating, it's like at times she does really well. Like I was really enjoying it. And other times it almost sounds like she's giving some kind of speech or scripted, some it's just it's like when she's saying the lines, like the dialogue part, she's really getting into it and really putting the right emotions in there. But then when she's reading just the rest, it almost sounds like those awkward graduation speeches you hear people do, where everything is said a certain way, and that's just the way it's said, and almost every single person talks like that. It's kind of like that. And another problem I had, I guess, with the narration is that sometimes I didn't know who was talking. Like, I felt like maybe sometimes she switched up the voices she was using for the different characters, but maybe that was just my brain um, playing with the hat. My brain just mixing them up. I don't know. It's just I didn't feel like she distinguished them. Distinguished, is that the word? You couldn't tell them apart. So I wouldn't recommend the audiobook, but I mean that's just my opinion. It might be wonderful, and I think I use this in most of my reviews, but maybe I just wasn't in the right mood for this one. I mean, I basically just found something that I love vampires, and I like kind of young adult fantasy kind of stuff. So I was hoping this would be something I really enjoyed, and it was short, so I knew I could get it done during my shift. And I just wanted a quick, easy listen, and it was more a quick, frustrating listen. I actually paused it quite a few times. Anyway, I know that was very rambly, and I don't know if I actually told you anything other than, yeah, 3 stars. Maybe because of the narration, maybe because of the writing, because I just felt like it was really drawn out. I feel like if I keep reading the next however many books, that I'll feel like they're all drawn out and they all could have just been one book together, yet she just added a lot of filler to make them into a series. But again, just my opinion. If you've read these books, the Wish series by Morgan Rice, let me know what you thought. If you listen to them, let me know what you thought of the narration. Because like I said, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyway, long awkward pause. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you all for getting me to over 1,000 followers in like, what, a week or so? I think I started out a couple weeks ago with like 30 followers, and now I'm over 1,000. Booktube is wonderful. Anyway, thank you. Let me know what you think of this review. Let me know what you think of this cute filter. It's so much fun. And let me know what you think of the book if you've read it, or the audiobook if you've listened to it. Thank you. Bye.